Naffymar is a fast-rising urban music sensation based in West London. She's Ghanaian by origin and Italian by citizenship, a graduate of music, performance, and recording from the University of West London, where she's worked with great musicians and broadened her musical knowledge. Now, last year, Naffymar brought out two EPs back to back, one House of God and the other one Walk With Me, and has a brand new single called Call On You featuring T Babs. Thank you for joining me, Naffymar. It's Naffymar. What does that mean?
It's a combination of my names actually. So my first name, no, my middle name and my surname.
So what's your first name?
Phoebe
Yes.
Nafisa Umar.
Okay, okay. So you've combined all the names together. So
Yeah,
this is the
apart from the
thing.
Phoebe.
So this is the thing. You're
Mm,
Ghanaian,
yeah.
but you have a Italian citizenship. How does that work?
Yeah. Uh, Trust me, I'm literally from all around the world. I'm my parents are originally Ghanaian, um, born there, but then I moved to Italy and we lived there for a while, and then I came to UK. That's how come I have an Italian citizenship, because my mom lived there for so many years, and then I joined her. Then we moved to UK, so citizen of the world.
So do you speak the language?
Fluently.
So can we see something like an Italian uh, album coming up in the future?
Um, yes, and I throw it in from time to time. So I don't know if you've heard "Walk with Me," "Ride with You." I had like a eight bars, yeah, of just Italian. So I throw it in here from time to time just to show, like me, with the colors of Naffymar. However, a full album, I could do a version though. I see myself doing versions of songs in Italian, some of my songs, but I'm not sure about a full album. If I get a lot of audience there in the future, then definitely something I would look into, something I
Okay,
would do.
so we've talked about your background. How did you
Mm,
get started in the music industry? Let me rephrase that. How did you get
mm.
started in music, period?
So it's one of them ones where you always love something. So right from when I can remember myself to be me, I've always listened to music, loved dancing, loved. I think I wrote my first song at 9. Um, However, it's not like I didn't have like proper training or whatever, so I just write. It wasn't like proper writing and stuff like that. I just had a passion for it, and so when I moved to UK, then I started studying music in college. So I was just studying it, would write here and there. And then I think 2015, I released my first song. So yeah, Shine. That was my first song ever. I released that. And then, yeah, I went to uni, studied music. And then I started, like, the more I did it, the more I got better at it. Started using Logic, learned how to record myself, started learning how to produce. And then, yeah, learning more, just watching other people do it, seeing stuff on YouTube. And that's literally how I started.
So let's talk about your sound. It's very,
Mm,
some of the songs have a mixture of the South African house,
mm,
which is reminiscent of an artist called Black Coffee,
mm,
with melodies from the 90s R&B
mm.
soul.
Yeah,
Now, how would you describe, I mean, that's the way I describe it. How would you
yeah.
describe your music?
So I always say this thing. I don't like to put myself in a box. I am a very versatile artist. So I would say mainly R&B vocals and R&B soul artist, but you just can't tell where Naffymar is gonna take you. So today might be house, tomorrow's R&B, tomorrow's jazz. I love to express God in different ways and how it comes to my heart. So that's who I can say I am as an
Now,
artist.
you are a Christian R&B artist. How
Hmm.
did you come to faith?
Okay. I get this. I get asked this question a lot. So I was born in a Christian home. Used to go to church, but was more of religion. You just go to church because church is nice. But everything changed in 2015, I'll say, I attended this camp in South Africa. Funny enough, South Africa. And there was just loads of young people from all around the world. And it was just, I'd never, been in such a gathering with youth so on fire for Christ. And after that, I had such an experience. I was just like, God, I want to live for you. I realized that, what, the gift you gave me is for your glory. So I want to use it for your glory, fully for your glory. And that's how everything turned around, and I started, really having that personal relationship with God and living for Him, even through the gifts that He's given me.
Was your household a musical household growing up?
Funny enough, no, not really. Music, yes, because we always listen to music. I grew up with my uncles and aunties, and there was always music, talking about rap music, Missy Elliott, then Nicole Emil, and like all kinds of music. So I grew up being, the house entertainer. I would dance, I would sing, would listen to music. But in terms of singing, not really. Not really. Nobody could actually really sing like that. But we enjoyed music a lot. So yeah.
So, where did your musical influence come from?
Everybody asks me that. I just say, God. My dad, he loves singing, and he actually has quite a voice. My mom, nah, let's leave that. So yeah, I don't actually know.
So, you mentioned Missy Elliott.
Mm.
Who were the musical influences growing up for you?
Listen, I wanted to be a rapper. There was one time when I was young, I wanted to be a rapper.
Really?
You're the break. I wanted to be a rapper at some point. So, Jarrell, yeah, Jarrell. I'm not even sure
Jaru?
how to pronounce it. Yes, Jarrell, yeah, Jarrell. Um, um, Ashanti, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott. Um, uh, literally all kinds of music, everything. Oh, there was no genre, okay, apart from rock. Oh no, rock, Evanescence, Avril Lavigne, Dido, all these people. Listen, all of them. Loved every single one. Backstreet Boys. I'm just thinking of the different seasons of my life. All of them. Just enjoy them.
So, did you have any gospel influences um, in
Growing
your?
up, just Nick. I can remember Nicole Eamon, and I know my Redeemer lives. Literally that one. Apart from that, there's just like normal songs that you sing in church. Um, who else I'm thinking? Okay, Kirk Franklin. Yeah, but to be honest, I listen to more of those are the ones. Those are the ones that got played more in my household growing up. However, when I started, now listening to music for myself, getting into music, then Travis Green, yeah, um, Travis Green, Israel Houghton, all these, gospel. Oh, what's her name? The Queen of Riffs. Oh gosh,
Kimberell.
what's her name? Yes,
Kimberell.
yes. You know, listen to all those people who really helped shape, you know, my music orientation.
So, how do you combine your faith with your
Mm.
music?
Um, to be honest, I don't even see it like combining because my faith is who I am. So I just express myself. Music is a part of me. Music is me, and my faith is me. I believe in God. I love Him, and it's even easier because music is all about expressing yourself. So when I'm doing music, I just express myself, express my thoughts. Express who I am, and my faith is who I am. So I don't really see as combining. I just see it as living out, the dream. I say.
Um, I've watched you on Instagram, and
Mm,
a while back you had a little program where you used
mm,
to talk, and you and a few artists. Um,
yeah.
why did you start doing that?
Mm. Okay, so that was I don't know if you remember, but back then I was about to release my EP called Walk with Me. And I just felt to do something different, have conversations with other artists, creatives, so they can share their story of their journey with Christ. Because the EP was about my journey in Christ and, the walk with God. And I felt that, so many people would be inspired hearing other people's stories and just for them to have the whole idea of the EP and also experiences of walking with God and testimonies, literally. So that's what made me do that.
Okay, so I know that you have done quite a few songs with a few British artists. Who is your
Yeah.
favorite gospel artist, UK gospel artist at the moment?
That's unfair. I can't, you can't ask me to do that. I can't do one. Five at least.
Okay, give us your top
I
five.
think that's true. See, Niella. I love Niella. Well, she's like UK. Yeah.
Fellow
Niella.
Ghanaian.
Yeah. No, her music has inspired me so much. When I first started out, I remember watching a video of her singing Holiness. And I was like, whoa, like this is what I want to do. Just it was so inspiring. So called out music. I love called out music. Called out music is yeah. Asha Elia, love her music. She's a babe. Shireen, Asha Elliott called out music. Niella. Now I'm still seeing who I want to put in the number five. um, okay, let's go for Emmanuel Smith. He's amazing too.
Wow, wow, that's a
Yeah.
that's a that's a very fired young top five.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Always sorry. I'd go for the youngies because support yours.
yeah. Now, as humans, we've had to really adapt to the new way of living because of COVID-19.
Mm.
Now, when we come out of lockdown, what are your plans for your music and ministry?
Just before the lockdown, I was actually planning a concert. So I was a bit gutted about that. So once this whole, pandemic and excuse me, everything is over, I want to have a concert, especially in London. Have a concert and go back traveling the world ministering because I used to do this thing where I feel like I don't feel like I know my music is evangelical. I love to travel to different places, meet new people, at the same time, minister through the gospel and through music. So looking into collaborating with other artists around Europe, having concerts, I would love to do that. That's in the works, actually.
So, do you feel that your
Mm,
I'm going to use this word. Do you think that your popularity
mm.
has grown during this whole pandemic, or do you think that it's been a time for you to rest?
Definitely, I would say a lot of growth just from last year. Um, Last year, that's March, actually till now, and I had so much time to make music like never before. I released two EPs last year, Walk With Me and House of God, and like those are my best yet. All the music I made, I've totally enjoyed them, and it's gaining so much exposure, more exposure as the day goes by. So definitely, I'll say that it's been a time of so much growth and so much increase in terms of people coming to know who's Naffymar, what she does. So it's been great actually.
Now, you're one of the rising
Mm,
stars in gospel music.
mm,
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
mm. It's like the question for like the ultimate interview. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? I see myself making music in my room. I'm joking. I see myself making more impact. Being obviously, I don't know if popular is the word, but just having more audience, more exposure, having a greater level of influence, in the gospel music industry, not just the gospel music industry, because I believe that, my music is not for the education of church, it's to people and not in church to church. So a wider audience of very like just a wider audience, a greater audience, and so much impact, uh, countless testimonies of how my music has impacted people. That's really what I do it for. So that's what I want to see in 10 years.
Would you be combining the technology that we're using now, because obviously we're
Mm.
from we're talking from Zoom? Would
Yeah.
you use the technology uh, that we're using now to stream some of your concerts? Because
Mm.
not everyone will be able to get out at this particular time. So will you
Yeah.
still be streaming? I know you wanted to do a live concert. Will you stream those?
Definitely, definitely. Countless ones. I this year something should happen, but however, I'm just in the planning phase and seeing, okay, do I there when you're not sure, God hasn't really said go. So I'm just waiting for that go. And then things have, fall in place and start getting prepared for. But definitely having live concerts both online, on site, everything music expected from Naffymar.
So you've got a new single out with T Babs. It's called
Yes.
Call on You.
On
How did that
you.
happen?
Beautifuls. One of the fastest work I've done, especially collaboration. He reached out to me saying he's actually working on an EP and he wanted that song to be the first single off the EP. And T Babs is someone's work I've admired, for a while, but we haven't had a conversation prior to that. So I was quite excited. And he sent me the beat. I'm a piano. Yes, that's me. Me having on a piano. One. I loved it. I love the beat. So yes, he told me what he wanted the song to be about, God's blessings. And as I just listened, I just got the chorus straight away and, you know, we started working on it a little back and forth. Okay, do this, why don't you do this? Okay, do this, the beat, do this. But it was very easy to work with him. It was amazing, quick. We worked on it, bam, bam, bam. And yeah, we did it.
Naffymar, I think you're a breath of fresh air in regards to gospel music, and I really, we spoke about 10 years time. I really would
Yeah.
love to see you really grow
Mm,
as an
mm,
artist and as a songwriter, and as you said, you
mm,
produce.
yeah.
How can people connect with you if they want to connect with you on socials?
Yeah, I'm very active on Instagram. So Instagram.com/Naffymar, Naffymar, or just search up Naffymar on any social media platform, mainly Twitter and Instagram. I'm there. You can find me at Naffymar and you can connect with me.
Naffymar, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure being on here.
Premier Gospel.